Hey, it's Thursday, everybody. It is May 8th. Oh, it's actually my friend Denise's birthday. This is a woman I used to work with years ago. We became good friends. It's her birthday today. I have to text her. Anyways, I got a haircut, so I actually feel like I feel like I look better. I need to shave, but that's okay. My hair was a wreck. I needed to take care of that. So, um, there's no band line. It's the precise one, but I was working on a script breakdown for a new project I'm starting, and then I'm taking a break and do my live. And I got to get back to doing something that I started the last couple of days, which I mentioned on my vlog yesterday, which is I'm writing a novel. So basically, um, I always wanted to be a novelist. It was something I wanted to do as a kid. I used to spend a lot of time writing stories. I don't have any specific ideas for a novel at the present moment, but what I'm doing is I'm adapting one of my well, actually, I'm gonna adapt 2 of my screenplays into novels. I'm novelizing them. And I got this idea from my writing partner who did it with one of his scripts. He did it with one of his scripts, and he sent it to me to read, and I was reading it, and I liked it. I thought it was good. He's a really good first draft. He's a really good writer. Actually, we're both very similar in our styles. So, um, but I was reading it, and I was like, I want to do this. Like right now, I mean, the film industry is like just so crazy right now, and all over the place. And so I was like, you know what? I don't know what's gonna happen with my lot in the film industry, but, I was like, at this point, it just seemed like a good idea. So I sat down and I also have a Mac. I'm using Pages. Pages actually has like a book setting in Pages, and so I'm just let me see if my coffee's done. So I'm gonna just open it, and I just sat down and I started writing. So I'm adapting 2 different scripts. So I'm doing that not because I wanna have be overwhelmed. It's just that sometimes if I hit a roadblock in one, I can go to the other. That way I'm still writing and being creative, but I'm not, like, stuck. I do that with some scripts sometimes do. I'll work on 2 different projects because if I feel like I'm stuck in one, I go to the other one and, sometimes it's different, and so I'm still creating and still writing, and sometimes it jump starts the other one, kinda that's how my style work, my writing partner and I both work the same way, and so, but I'm doing 2 of them. One is one story, You Can Call Me Eve. It was a play I had produced in 2011. I took the play and adapted it into a movie script, um, but it's a story that I've always loved and I wanted to share with people, so, I've decided to adapt that movie into a novel, so that's what I'm doing at the present moment, and then also I have another movie script that I wrote called Axe. Axe was a short film I had done years ago that did really well, and then I adapted that into a feature, and people really love this. It's one of my best scripts. And so I'm taking that script, Axe, and also novelizing that one. So that's what I'm doing at the present moment. I'm just taking a couple of my novels, a couple of my scripts and novelizing them, which is kind of fun because I love writing, and like I said, I've always wanted to be a novelist. Um, and so you can see it on my tablet, on my other tablet here, but this is the cover page for one of them, and then it's going to be in book format. So that's Axe, and then of course there's this one here. You Can Call Me Eve. So just how this is how it looks. I'm writing in Pages. This is how it looks on the tablet. Um, it's kind of an interesting thing working on a novel. Oh, sorry, I thought my roommate was coming. I do need to get my coffee, but yeah. So it's actually it's funny because it's been kind of like cold and overcast all week, and then yesterday it kind of burned off, and then in the afternoon it was like 70 degrees. Today it's supposed to be almost 80, or maybe I think it was low 70s yesterday. Today it's supposed to be high 70s. So the weather's actually not bad. It's lovely. It is only 11 o'clock though, so it's probably going to warm up in the next couple of hours. But it's a nice, beautiful day. So I'm at home right now, like I said, and I'm just working and writing. Um, haven't jumped online in a while, so trying to get back into the habit. Now I do start filming next week, and so I did vlog yesterday. I got to start doing more lives. I'm sorry that I've been so remiss with that, but I did pick the 11 o'clock time that I always do my lives at because I'm trying to stay. Oh, I still have crap. I remember I have two. magazine interviews I have to do today too. I better get on that. I'll do that before I start the novel. Just because I need to get done. They're magazines, pretty much like these ones right here. These are magazine articles that I've done that I've had printed up. Um, they're doing a couple more of them, so um, that'll be fun. When I get those magazine articles done, I usually put everything on my website, michaeljcoulombe.com. You could always go there and read them. I have a whole press section. I got to create a whole page for my novel now because I plan on finishing these things. Um, I want to work on them when I'm not filming. So when I'm not filming, in between stuff, and especially when I travel, I can always work on my novels. That's why I'm doing it the way that I do it. You can, I'm writing on my laptop at home, but even if I'm on a plane or traveling, I can just bring up pages on my tablet and just go there. So that's always awesome, you know. Um, you guys, I'm gonna get my I'm gonna drink my coffee real quick, but I'm getting weird feedback. Anyways, the good thing is today's a beautiful day. It's Thursday, which means we're going right into the weekend. Also, I think Mother's Day this weekend, right? Isn't it Mother's Day this weekend? So today's 8th. It's the 11th, right? Um, my mother passed away a couple years ago. She died on January 8th, 2023. So I sadly won't get a chance to call her, but I will reach out to the other women in my life, like my sister and my aunts and stuff, and wish them a happy Mother's Day. So and I will try to vlog and reach out to everybody that day. But yeah, Mother's Day's coming up. It's a weekend. It looks like it's gonna be a beautiful weekend now. So I'm really, really happy about that. Um, I am okay with rainy weather, but it is nice the couple days after it rains when the weather is so beautiful. Like the sky is clear, like the air is clean, so it smells clean. I love all of it. So the day after it rains is one of my favorite days. You guys have to come with me because I got to get my coffee. I just want to drink my coffee now. I made coffee late in the day because I had to do a script breakdown this morning, and so I was working. But okay, sorry for the quick interruption. I just needed to get my coffee. If you follow my vlog or my lives and vlog, you know that I love my coffee. So, um, anyways, yeah. So I'm writing two novels. I will only complete one at a time. Um, but I do like so the one's a horror, one's a drama. The drama one's gonna be hard because of the way I'm writing it. It's a style I'm not used to writing. I'm writing in first person, which means it's from the viewpoint of the storyteller. That's a hard viewpoint for me to write, especially because I the way I grew up writing my novel, not writing, and then also how I write scripts, everything's very third person. So the third person horror one is probably going to be the easiest one for me to finish, um, which is okay. Um, but then while I'm editing that one and getting feedback on it and getting it out there published, I can finish the drama one. But I do want to work on both kind of back to back. Um, like I said, to kind of keep creative. So it's very interesting that I wake up every day with the intent to write, which is what I've been something I've been wanting to do for a while. So um because the film thing isn't moving as fast as I need it to or want it to. It just makes more sense to right now to do the novel. And like I said, my writing partner is Brantley's novel. He wrote one called Autumn Falls, and I was reading it. It's actually really good. For our first draft, I can't wait to see what he does with the second draft. But it'd be kind of cool if we both have books at the same time, and we could do like book tours and stuff. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the only update I have at this precise moment. There's not too much. Like I said, the film industry in LA right now is crazy. Um, I don't know how Trump announced putting tariffs on foreign movies and stuff. I don't know how that's going to affect anything. And then also, hopefully, I know our governor's trying to pass a tax law to help bring more, because that's what we need really is more like a tax law. So I'm hoping that our governor does that soon, creating some sort of like tax law or incentive, tax incentives to bring film back here. But this is where the industry started, so we got to bring it back. You know. Also, I know it's really bright. I have my window open, because like I said, it's such a lovely day, and I think in here a little bit, I'm probably gonna go out and take a walk around and get some fresh air. So, uh, but I do want to open up the novel right now and actually get a little bit of writing done. actually it's really nice this morning. My writing partner Brantley messaged me and he's like, good luck this morning on your novel." And I was like, "Ah, dude, thank you so much." He's awesome. Brent was one of my closest friends, and like he's my writing partner, and he wrote a lot of the scripts that I'm slated to direct. And he's a good guy. Oh, sorry, this is what the coffee's for. Anyways, he's a great guy, and I want him to succeed and do well. So, anyways, there's one person hanging on right now. So, thank you for just watching um me ramble. I love it. I got to get back into doing more of the lives because when I do, I usually get more people on. There's sometimes that I have like 30 people, but I want to get better at doing the lives. I want to get better at vlogging and stuff. So because I'll do shorts and I'll do vlogging. The vlog is how I started. I gotta get better at it. And then I'll do the lives. So the lives I'm trying to do as often as I can. I didn't for a while because there wasn't much going on and I didn't want to be boring with you guys. But right now I'm talking about my novels. So I have something going on a little bit. Um Also I also got a haircut. So I feel like I feel better because um my hair was getting kind of long. It was like crazy and all over the place. And I just look at myself because I can always see myself when I'm vlogging and I'm just like, ugh, but I like the haircut. I feel like it looks better. And I'll shave today or tomorrow. Um, but I'm just mostly hanging out at home. So I hope everybody has is having a great week so far. And like I said, it's almost weekend time, so that's good. No, I'm doing a vlog. My roommate's making fun of me. Um, Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna end it now because it's quiet today. But I do gotta you know what? Can I be honest? I don't know. It's because I love talking. Who asked me, Dante? Hold on, let me put my glasses on. How do you talk to a camera like this? You know what? Can I tell you something? It's very hard. Um, but because I love rambling, I don't know. I'm really good at carrying on conversation. And see, when people, so on the lives, it's great because people like you can ask me questions and I can respond. But when it comes to like blogging and stuff, you kind of just, you know, I don't know. I just like talking. So yeah, it's a foreign concept doing the live and vlogging and stuff. So um, but no, that's why sometimes I'll just be like, okay, well, I have nothing else to say, so I just log off. You know? Um, no, I'm doing a live right now. Uh-huh. Oh, my roommate's making fun of me. My roommate doesn't know that I do a lot of vlogs and stuff. So yeah. So to answer your question, like talking to the camera like this can be tough. I used to do a podcast myself, and I used to and I don't know, I'm just like a good public speaker. Like I can get up in front of people and just talk. Like I've never had that problem. And so trying to keep talking, and it's interesting, like with doing like a YouTube thing like this, because I'm still growing my numbers. And so like for the first couple of minutes, no one's like when you go online, there's nobody there. So I just kind of talk because I also know that like once this video is uploaded, you can still watch it. And so you stumble over your words when you public speak. I feel like that's a common problem. When it comes, I took a speech class, and that was one of the things is people stumble us because people get nervous. And so when it comes to like public speaking, I think really all you have to do is you got to one, be prepared, and two, just take a breath and relax. People get nervous, and so because you're moving fast and you're like, that's why you trip over your words and stumble. I'm doing it now. You just have to take a deep breath and be confident. It's hard. Public speaking is very hard. What makes public speaking easier is you need to talk about what you know, right? So when I was doing this speech class, the teacher was always impressed because she's like, these students have such a hard time figuring out what they want to do their speeches on. And so she would send them to me and I would talk to them and I would just find out what they were interested in. And then if they had a specific like theme or topic, I would try to find a way of what they were interested in and try to like tie that into it. So because like why it's so easy for me to talk about what I'm doing is that I'm talking about what I know. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about my life. I'm talking about my thoughts and my dreams and my hopes and my disappointments and my frustrations. And that's me. That's me being honest with myself. Um, and the truth is like sometimes I don't get a lot of views, but I don't do it for that. I do it because I find this therapeutic in a way that I mean, you have to understand the reason why I started doing this channel was my friend asked me to he thought I should do it because I was dealing with the death of my mother. And then, I also, he was like, Michael, you travel a lot, you do photography, you work in film. And he goes, I always think you have something to talk about. And so I think that I just try to talk about what's happening in my life. And that's real and honest. Okay, so what did you say right now, Dante? You said, also hate a lot of, oh, well, I can't help you without them. And I mean, I don't, hate is such a strong word, but um, I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, I'm not close to my family either, but again, I don't do that for them. I do it for me. And I don't I try not to say anything hateful. So I do get frustrated and I probably but I don't say anything hateful. I don't try to spew any hate rhetoric. That's not what I'm about. I'm not like that as a person, so I don't use this platform to do that, which is why I don't do I mean, I could talk about political stuff all day long that frustrates me, but that's not what this channel is about, you know? And so if you if you need to if you have those kind of thoughts in your head and you want to I would say just keep a journal. There's all kinds of awesome online digital journals that you can use, and maybe if there's a way you need to express your thoughts and it's less dangerous, I think that's the best way. But this platform, I try to motivate people. I try to show people what I'm going through. I mean, the whole last few days, I was very, very depressed. I was in my head. I couldn't get out of bed because I have no work right now. I mean, I have work, but like in the film industry, um, I could have like a week off, not because I don't. It's just I'm not on a project, and so um, because it's so crazy right now in the city, and there's just going through a lot with the film industry. Sometimes I just get in my head, and I really want to be doing different things in the industry that aren't happening right now, and that just frustrates me. So that's why I'm glad I'm doing I'm writing these novels right now because, like, ever since I made the decision to do that, I'm actually getting out of bed and getting up and writing and doing stuff, and I feel so productive. And so this vlog also helps me doing that because it gives me an outlet. And I love talking. I love logging on and chatting with people. It actually means a lot to me that you guys take the time to listen to me. So, well, yeah. Again, I sounds like Dante. It just sounds like I was just reading a message. It sounds like it. I mean, I don't think a lot of people get. I mean, there's two things in life. There's a family you're born with, and there's a family that you choose. And I think sometimes you got to surround yourself with the people that love you and support you. And they can be your family. But I will tell you this. If you are having these negative thoughts, at least anything, I would say keep a journal. I do keep a journal. I keep a daily journal. And I like it because it allows me to like explore my thoughts. There's days that I'm frustrated. There's days that I'm excited, and I use one that's location based. So as I travel and as I'm on set and as I'm doing things, and what's interesting is I use a daily journal. It's called Day One, and it pops up every day. Oh, this is what you did this time last year, but it does it for like so. I've been keeping a journal for about 7 years. Um, and so like over the past today May 8th, so on my journal will say, hey, here's what you were doing on May 8th last year, and May 8th 2 years ago, May 8th 3 years ago. And it's cool because you can pick pictures and videos, and you can import like you can handwrite notes, you can do audio recordings. It's kind of cool. Um, and like I said, it's location based, and so I personally do that, and I think keeping a journal is important. And what's great is I can look at it and go like, oh my God, like last year, no, I'm sorry, 3 years ago on May 7th, I was coming home from Barcelona with my friend Blake, and it was cool because it popped up. It's like, oh, that's right, I was in Barcelona. And I'm thinking about that trip, and I thought how great of a good time we had, and I really loved Barcelona. So lets me see where I was at and where I'm going, and I use it to help me sort of moderate my mood. I think that's important. So, but yeah, we definitely have to have chosen family. You have to in this life. And I love my family more than anything. I mean, they're my family. They make up who I am. But um, but the people who are my chosen family are just the ones that I talk to and hear from the most. Like my friend Veronica, who's like one of my best friends, Donna, who's like a sister to me, her whole family. Like they check in with me mostly, you know. And I'm grateful for that. So, and I have my friend Regan. I just have people like Klinger that you guys probably know from watching the vlog a lot. Like some of these people in like you've seen these people on my vlog because I've vlogged with them. They've been a part of my life. So, um, chosen family is definitely important. So, with that said, it's been about 30 minutes, and I love talking to you guys, but I do need to jump off because I do want to get back to writing these novels. I'm gonna work on the horror one today because I'm feeling like because I have all this horror stuff, but I am I'm really feeling it. I've been inspired the last couple of days. Um, and this script is one of the ones that I love. This is one of my favorite scripts that I've written, and I'm really excited about novelizing it. And seeing how it turns out. Um, so check the vlog. Um, and check my website for any updates or my social media. Everything's down links below. But thank you guys so much for jumping on and saying hi. It's always great hearing from you guys. Um, I plan on jumping on tomorrow too. I'll leave it down in my down in the comments. I'll post about it if I am able to jump alive tomorrow. But it's Friday, so why not? You know. Anyways, everybody have a great Thursday, and let's look forward to the weekend.